Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to our daily morning ritual. Thank you so much for joining. This beautiful daily morning ritual is evolving and coming even more into deeper alignment with what our highest intentions are. So, thank you for joining every morning and contributing to its evolution. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for contributing to your own evolution, your own highest intention becoming more and more manifest in the world. Thank you so much for taking care of yourself, activating, energizing, and cleansing, creating your deepest intention, your life purpose here, and doing it together. Thank you. Feels so good to be here. Yeah, so we are many days into our self isolation and coming into deeper awareness of the lessons for us to receive during this time of the corona, moving into the fire of the corona and coming out cleansed. Such a beautiful gift in so many ways, so challenging at times, getting us to shift out of our old habits of racing around and really following the patterns that other people wish us to follow. Coming into this time now when we can come into ourselves, come into our own purpose, our own intentions, really take this time in solitude and self isolation to really start reflecting on what it is our life purpose is. And so, in this time, really appreciate that you're joining this and obviously activating not only your highest intention, but the breathing, the ancient breathing techniques that we use, and the deep retention holds at the bottom um, are creating profound shifts in our ability to really control our immunity and control our mental states and be in the present. So today we're going to do a slightly different experiment. I invite you to provide feedback. Compare this to the longer sessions. If you've been on the longer sessions, if you're new to this channel, feel free to comment on the benefits that you receive. So in today's practice, we're going to cut the number of cycles of breath in half, and but still go to the deep exhale and retention at the bottom. And I want to see if there are similar benefits that we get from only 20 cycles of breath, so that we can experiment with a shorter cycle and see if that shorter cycle does the benefit that we're looking for. So we're going for um, 4 cycles of 20 breaths, and let's experiment with that. Again, please feel free to share your intentions on the chat. Feel free to comment on the shorter cycle if you've been experiencing the longer cycle. I do want to hear what comes up for you, so please do. Thank you so much. And let's dive into our reading from the I Ching, which I always find profound and deep lessons from the I Ching. The I Ching is the Taoist method of divination. We use Brian Brown Walker's translation. We're going to go and find out what our message from the universe is today. Number 41, Sun, decrease. Decrease. Be still. Lessen the power of the ego, and misfortune will be avoided. It is the fact of life that times of decrease come upon us. Our resources are limited, difficulty surrounds us, and our egos generate angry and unhappy emotions. Nonetheless, such times are good for us. If we respond to them by quieting our egos and turning sincerely to the higher power for help, we emerge from a period of decrease stronger, healthier, and wiser. When we discover that we are unable to achieve our goals, our egos become infuriated. We are tempted to harden into anger and bitterness, to lash out, to desperately and aggressively grab for control over the situation. If we do this, however, we only push our own salvation further away. The I Ching counsels a withdrawal into stillness now. The image is that of a spring reverting to the inside of a mountain during a time of drought. By returning to its quiet center during the time of decrease, it avoids evaporating and exhausting itself in vain. You would be wise to follow this example. To try to force progress by arguing, manipulating, or making excuses will only bring your own downfall. Instead, disengage from your inferior elements, however passionately they seek expression, and turn to the sage for guidance and assistance. The hexagram sun issues a call to sacrifice negative feelings, accept the powerlessness of the ego against the currents of life, and return to contemplation of the principles of the sage. In stillness and meditation, we enrich the higher parts of ourselves and thus bring an end to the time of decrease. Give aid to others where you can do so with a proper attitude, without seeking recognition and without unbalancing them. Strive to have a gentle and detached influence. Through stillness and innocence, one gains an increase. Be generous and benevolent with others, and still greater increase will follow. And from the Wei Wu Wei Ching, arousal, opinion, excitement, anger, so easy to spark, so impossible to govern. Prefer instead to be impartial, unattached, empty, still, staying right at home. You can transcend all phenomena and enjoy complete peace. Beautiful. Yes, this is the message for the day. To accept these moments of decrease and remain present, open-hearted, modest, and accepting. Let's use this as part of our intention setting this morning as we move into our meditation. Our meditation is only 4 minutes long. I encourage you to spend additional time during the day to meditate, go into quiet stillness, settle into your space. Let's do so now. So in this meditation, we come into our sacred space. I've chosen this space in the beautiful garden here in Costa Rica where I'm happily stuck. Choose your space wherever you are. It could be inside a warm house, it could be in a garden, it could be under a tree. Wherever you prefer. Join now. Come into a still, upright position. Take some deep breaths. Feel compassion in your heart for yourself and for others. Feel it deeply in your heart. Feel the gratitude that you have for another beautiful day to experience in love and joy and bliss in this world. To feel the sun on your skin, to breathe the air, to hear the sounds of the birds. Feel that compassion and love. Feel compassion and love for yourself, knowing that you're doing the best that you can. Feel compassion and love for others, knowing that they're doing the best that they can. Now come into your intention for the next 90 days, the next 1 year, the next 5 years. Feel it in your heart, know it, see it, feel it happening right now, in this moment. Rehearse it in beautiful detail, and then let go of all expectation. Beautiful. As we move into our meditation, you can close your eyes, take deep breaths. Settle into stillness. Enjoy the pleasure of each breath. Feel and experience your intention happening right now. Beautiful. Ah, such beautiful meditation. So good. All right, beautiful. We're going to jump into our breathing technique. This breathing technique we're going to modify from previous times. Good morning, Genevieve. Good morning, Emily. Thank you so much for joining. Yes. So in this meditation, we're going to experiment with 20 cycles of breath. 4 cycles. Let's see what happens. Feel free to leave your comments. See if you've been doing this before. Tell me how you feel after these 20 cycles instead of the 40 cycles, and let me know. So what we do is we go into a deep inhale, exhale. We do that for 20 breaths. At the end of the 20 breaths, we're going to exhale completely down to 0 and hold it at the bottom for as long as we can. Hold it into the deepest state of discomfort that you can go today in each moment. And in doing so, I want you to go to that place where not only is it uncomfortable, it gets to actually be deeply uncomfortable. And what we're doing is we're resetting our amygdala, our flight, fight, or freeze part of the brain. And then after going to that deep state of discomfort, take a deep inhale, hold at the top for 15 seconds, and then release. By doing this, we're releasing the tension in the amygdala. We're coming out of fight, flight, or freeze, and we are able to become more present. We're relieving anxiety and depression, and coming back into a state of control over our immunity, boosting our immune system, and building a beautiful day with our intention. So let's begin. If you happen to have a retention timer, or if you happen to have a stopwatch, which pretty much everybody does on their phones if you have a smartphone, but you can time yourself and see how well you're doing on the retention. So let's begin with some deep inhales and deep exhale. All the way down to 0. Inhale. All right, 10 more breaths, similar to that, deeper than before. Deeper inhales, deeper exhales. Last 5 breaths of our first round. Last 3 breaths. Last breath, deepest inhale. Exhale all the way down to 0. Start your timer. Exhale to 0. Repeat your intention in your mind. Hold at the bottom. Hold into deep discomfort. When you can't hold any longer, inhale and hold for 15 seconds. Start your hold at the bottom now. Deep inhale, hold at the top. Let go of all the toxins on your breath. Let go of all the draining thoughts that you don't need anymore. Come back into this moment. Beautiful. That's the first cycle of 20 breaths. Let's jump into our second cycle. We start with a deep inhale, deep exhale. Push out all stale air in your lungs. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Okay, last 5 breaths of our second round. Deeper breaths than before. Second to last breath. Deepest exhale all the way to 0. Last breath. Get ready with your timer. Exhale completely to 0. Repeat your intention in your mind. Hold your exhale at the bottom. Start and begin now. When you can't hold any longer, take a deep inhale and hold for 15 seconds. Deepest inhale, hold at the top. Release all the toxins on your breath. Let go of all draining thoughts. Know that who you are is the one that is experiencing this moment. Beautiful. Beautiful. So let's dive into our third round of 20 breaths. And let's enjoy even more pleasure in our hearts and minds, feeling the pleasure of this breath, of this moment, of experiencing our highest intention happening in this moment, our 90-day, 1 year, 5-year intentions happening in each moment. Start with a deep inhale, deepest exhale, all the way down to zero, complete exhalation of all stale air. Deepest inhale, serene exhale. Use your abdomen, use your middle chest, use your upper chest. Beautiful. Last 10 breaths of our third round. Last 5. Feel the energy percolating out of the top of your head, crowning around to your perineum, up through again through the center of your body. Second to last inhale, second to last exhale, completely down to zero. Deepest inhale. Get ready with your stopwatch. Exhale completely down to zero. Repeat your intention in your mind. Hold your exhale to deep discomfort at the bottom. After you can't hold in deep discomfort for any longer, take a deep inhale. Hold at the top for 15 seconds. Begin now. Deepest exhale. Deepest inhale. Hold at the top. 15 seconds. Exhale all the toxins on your breath. Let go of all draining thoughts. Come back into this moment knowing that who you truly are is the one between the thoughts. Beautiful. Hello, Masrika. Thank you for joining. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Feel free to share your intention. Share this channel, share these videos with your family, your friends. Know that it builds the deepest immunity that is inherent in the body. We're reconnecting our amygdala to the rest of our brain, coming out of fight, flight, or freeze, and knowing that who we truly are is the one that is experiencing this moment, coming from our hearts, choosing our thoughts, sending out our highest intention to everyone, knowing that everyone is picking it up, even at a deep level. All we need is to begin, and that is what we're doing today. That is what we're doing every day, starting anew. Thank you so much for joining. Return again every day. Thank you all for coming over and over again. Again, please share this with family and friends so that we all may activate our highest intention and remember that we truly live in this beautiful paradise. So good. All right, so we're in for our fourth round. We're doing 20 breaths today, experimenting with that, seeing how you feel, seeing how your retention is on the 40 and the 20 breaths instead of the 40 breaths. So the only difference during this cycle, this last cycle, is that after the 20th breath, we hold at the bottom and then we do as many push-ups as we can. 5-second push-ups. You can do them on your toes, on your feet, on your knees, against a wall. If you don't have the energy for that, just do it with your arms. And if that's not possible, then do it with your smile. So beautiful. Let's begin with our fourth round, 20 breaths. Deepest inhale, deepest exhale, all the way down to 0. Deep inhale, deep exhale. You can inhale through your mouth and serenely out through your nose. All right, let's move into our last 10 breaths. You can move into your push-up position. Second to last breath, deepest exhale. Exhale all the way down to 0. Last breath, deepest inhale. Begin exhaling down to 0. Start your timer. Repeat your intention in your mind. 5-second push-ups, very slow. Exhale completely down to 0. Hold at the bottom. Hold until you're deeply uncomfortable, and then inhale and hold for 15 seconds. Begin now. Deepest inhale, hold. Let go of all the draining thoughts. Let go of all the toxins on your breath. Come back into this moment. Remember that who you are is the one that is between the thoughts. The awareness that is always present. We're moving this awareness into the driver's seat, choosing our thoughts instead of letting our thoughts ramble on. In choosing our thoughts, we're creating our highest intention, putting that out into the universe, surfing to that reality. So beautiful to be here with you every morning. Thank you so much for joining. Honor and appreciate you. Feel so much gratitude to you. Thank you so much for taking care of yourself, being here every day. Such an honor. Feel free to join me now in some final exercises. We're doing our leg stretches. Put your legs out in front. Reach forward to your calves. Reach your calves. Reach forward to your ankles. If you can, reach down to your toes and hold your toes with your fingers. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. Feel the stretch. In your back, your lower back, your middle back, your upper back. See if you can straighten out your upper body. Feels so good. Yeah. If you can, reach the bottom of your feet. Put your hands around the bottom of your feet. Beautiful. All right, if you'd like now, let's do a reverse bend. This is done on our backs. You lay on your back, put your feet over your head. That feels so good too, right? And we can jump into a headstand. That's our daily morning ritual for today. Thank you so much for joining. Until tomorrow morning, have a beautiful day. Repeat your intention in your mind. And remember that who you truly are is the one that's between the thoughts. Bonjour.